We're in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cleveland Browns. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike 5-4, Mike 5. King. That's a slip.
Mayfield now. And he rifles it, complete, caught by Landry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions. And whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The ball carrier.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald open here, Adam Thielen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again. McDonald. That'll be complete to Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw on 3rd down. McDonald. And he finds Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. On 1st down, McDonald. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
To throw on 2nd down, McDonald. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Complete.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it in.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tackle and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming. let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
Way to hold on to it now.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way. And trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Browns 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to pull loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Mayfield now from the 50. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it'll be second down.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still have nothing. Y'all playing the wrong football. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Austin Seibert on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Vikings 21.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. He'll have a first down past the 40. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14. First down, Vikings.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play.
21.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
52 to Mike, boys. 52.
McDonald. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, McDonald. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he stopped immediately there.
Nick Chubb.
Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
Danielle Hunter on the stop.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Browns. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the Vikings' 31-yard line.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald, he's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's McDonald. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
17. Touchdown.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Vikings 28. Browns 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Check, check. Regular. Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
To throw, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken right on the 30. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Now Cook. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. McDonald sets to throw. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Hey, alert 33. Watch my 4.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings.
On the carry.
Dalvin Cook, 78 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Check 9, check 9.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
But you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
On 2nd down, it's Perkins. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards.
3-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Go.
Now Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Throwing is McDonald. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Vikings 1st down.
On 1st and 10, McDonald lets it fly for Thielen. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings.
To number 19.
Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Vikings 42, Browns 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Alert, 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 alert.
Here's Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
At the 31-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
He's coming.
Mayfield now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
He was covered by Jeff Gladney.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
52's the mark, boy, 52. I got you.
Here's McDonald to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, McDonald. Complete, Jefferson the target. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
First down, Minnesota.
Check. Hot. 60 Bison. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the curve. Whip.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, 5, and they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
7-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Mayfield finding Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Well, now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And again, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Mayfield with it once more. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
For the point after.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Vikings.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. Slam, slam, slam.
They run. Cook. And some room to maneuver. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 65 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
To Nick Chubb.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Mayfield's
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
At the 13-yard line.
Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Flowers 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On 3rd down, McDonald. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
11 on the play.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Twist. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
On 1st down, it's Flowers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Flowers. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
The kicker on.
A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he's got it up and through.
Vikings 62, Browns 28.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
The Browns drive about to get started. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Now here's a good way to kick off the drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time, Mayfield on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going to the air again with Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw, Mayfield. Again, he's got that man Landry. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Mercedes, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Flowers. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now it's the backup Greer. And Jennings has it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
16 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Flowers. He's got the first down here inside the 30.
Ooh, he's running.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Vikings 69, Browns 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
At the 31-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Today's final score, Vikings.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, The win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.